Hi Scorpio, welcome to your March monthly video. I went ahead and pulled your base cards and went ahead and meditated on what was going on. Firstly, I just want to talk about these two cards here, which is the Death and Seven of Wands. Earlier as I was shuffling, the Ten of Swords was also kind of popping out to me, and I was like, I got a feeling overall for you Scorpios that work on the work front, there's a little bit of some sort of issues going on, that you're in a very defensive position, and that there's some kind of transition and metamorphosis going on. Also, I was getting the vibe with the personal life, like home life and relationship life, that there was some sort of issues that you're dealing with, Scorpio, from the past. So I kept seeing that Ten of Swords, and whatever came to my mind is like you dealing with a former betrayal or deceit, and you trying to get over it, because it looks like you stayed with your partner, you had a reconciliation, but you really haven't fully gotten over whatever that deceit or betrayal was. So because you're not forgiving that partner, you're having these little squabbles, you're having these little fights, you're having these little arguments. You keep throwing it back in their face and bringing it up somehow, some way. And that's what the feeling I got with the Ten of Swords. Not to mention the Seven of Wands, which is talking about being in a defensive position, and that something had to change. That part of your life had to die off and have a transition. Now, these are what's influencing you in the month of March. Now, this is the reading that we're going to get into, and we're going to talk about what's actually going down in March. And then we're going to go ahead and clarify and do the mini deep dive. So to begin out the beginning of March, you had the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you've been not laxy-daisy at work, but you kind of put work on sidebar, like you kind of shelved your work life, because it's as if you had put a lot of work into it, a lot of effort. You did all the hustle and the bustle to get to the job. You worked really hard at your craftsmanship, but now you just kind of like you stopped. You kind of are putting it to the side. I think you're just dealing more with your feelings and your emotions of whatever's going on with you deep down inside personally, and your love life or your romantic life at home. So you kind of are not paying attention to detail at work. You don't want to do that. So this is kind of why you're having some sort of issues. Now you have Judgment in reverse again. This is you dealing with what I was thinking of earlier with that Ten of Swords, plus the Defense card and this metamorphosis that you had to go through. Scorpio, there wasn't a judgment call. There was no judgment made regarding this scenario. So now you're the one that's judging everything constantly, and you're not putting it to bed, especially when it comes to a lover. And this is a choice, a decision between two lovers. Now, in the middle of the month, you have the Knight of Wands. And I suspect that this betrayal or this deceit or this issue had to do with somebody that was a younger fire sign female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this is like some sort of reoccurring issue for you Scorpios, that it just keeps coming up, and that you keep dealing with this fire sign. The energy could be vice versa, male, female, as you know. When it comes to kings and queens, I consider those the divine masculine, divine feminine. Pages and knights, they're vice versa for me. Now, centering the reading, there's a King of Wands. This King of Wands is a boss. He's a leader. He's a mentor. He could be your older brother. He could be your spouse. He could be your boss. The King of Wands is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as well. I highly suspect that this is somebody that you're dealing with work. Scorpios, this is a general reading. There's a lot of you Scorpios out there. But from all the signs that I've been doing so far, yours pretty much talks about work and love life in tandem and trying to find a balance, because there's a few different people in your readings. So when I see this Knight of Wands in reverse, this is you also, aside from dealing with a fire sign female that, may have given you hiccups in your love life or your personal life, this could also be suggesting that you at work are just kind of doing a little bit of, I don't want to say slappy work, but you've kind of been laxy-daisy. You really have. And I think now your boss is noticing. Now, if this is your love life, you're having to choose between two men. One's a fire sign, one's an air sign. Because the King of Swords is here also. This King of Swords is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. He's very much one of your lovers. And these two gentlemen right next to each other, you're having to choose between the two of these lovers. If not, this could be your boyfriend and this could be your work boyfriend, your boss. So this one's your husband and this is your work husband. You get the gist, because I'm getting these energies and they're intermingling for me right now, Scorpio, and I'm finding it confusing because I got work on the table, but I also have lovers on the table, and this is a choice that needs to be made. And interestingly enough, no judgment was made. I'm going to go in and do this deep dive, but I'm just hearing these messages right now, Scorpio, that you have your air sign boyfriend, females. This could be you guys. You could be, cross-watching if you're an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, and you're dating this Scorpio and you're cross-watching. You might be suspecting that there's somebody else in her work life, which is this fire sign male, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You're not that you're getting confused, Scorpios, but you are doing something. And what do I mean? What's this something that you're doing? Work has been tough. It's been difficult, and you kind of put things to the wayside, and now it's time to re-pick up the chips because you dropped them. And now at your love life, things are going great. Things are doing well. But you're thinking about this other person from your past that has deceived you with your current boyfriend and or husband, and it's making you upset. It's making you angry that you have to revisit the pain and the deceit that he betrayed you, but you stayed with him, but you keep bringing it up to him and you keep throwing it back in his face. That now, for some reason, your work boss or your work husband is looking a little bit interesting to you. It's like there's an extra little gleam in your eye. Scorpios, you kind of got to be careful, because at the end of the month now we're going into the Chariot. The Chariot over here tells me about your positive and your negative, the light force that's driving you. This could also be a Cancer that you're dealing with. Could be at work also, who's a positive influence and help for you. The end of the month, your investments start to sprout, whether that's a work-related or love-related. So wherever you have invested your time and your energy, that is what's going to bring and bear fruit to you guys. At the end of the month, at the very, very end, going into April, you have the Hermit card. You're starting to use inner wisdom, and or you're starting to steal yourself away from the general pop. You could be taking you and your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your wife, husband, whatever it is for you, Scorpios, and you're just doing a lot of alone time, and you're not going out there and telling people, what's going on. You're just hunkering down. This could also be you trying to go within, trying to find inner wisdom and truth on how to figure this out. But for me to see here in the defense and the metamorphosis, something's going on within you. You're revisiting old issues that you've had with your lover from the past, and they're coming up again for you to deal with. That it's also kind of affecting your work life. This is why you have Judgment in reverse here. Because if I were to go down the scale, okay, work is sort of falling to the wayside, or you're having issues with work. You're not putting in the effort. And at the end of the month, you're like, oh my God, I got to turn this horse that I had upside down upright and get my butt moving. There was a judgment called the beginning of the month that you keep thinking about dealing with your lover and or work. You have your work boss. It's crowding the whole entire reading. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you know that you've invested time and energy regarding this work life. That now you're like, oh my God, everything I've built, everything I've hustled, everything I work for, I can't let this go. Beginning of the month, you're dealing with two lovers, or the choice of two lovers, or what you're going to do with your current lover, which could be an air sign male. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you think that taking a time out with your partner might help. Let's see what's going on here for you, Scorpios. Why is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So it's just as I suspected before. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse because there's something going on at work. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Just as I suspected earlier, this is probably your work husband. And it's in reverse. So things aren't going well on the work front. You're having tit for tat. You feel things are unfair. You think things are unbalanced. You're not getting your fair share at work. You're not getting paid enough for what you think your value is worth. Or you're not getting the jobs that you want. You feel completely unbalanced. You feel like you've been breadcrumbs into like nothingness. And it's absolutely pissing you off. So you're just like, well, I'm going to put in the bare minimum. I'm going to put in the bare minimum. He could go screw himself. And you know, you're having this relationship with this person, this fire sign male, where it's like you guys are going tit for tat with one another. Why is Judgment here? Why is Judgment in reverse? Please fit that part. Take the top card. Thank you. Justice. Yes, my friends. You're dealing with something either legal or the law or contracts. Judgment in reverse. So I don't know if some of you were, you know, getting divorced and you just never made a judgment call and it just organically and naturally went down this realm. Or at work, you know, you never said anything and there was never a contract for your job at that when it came down to you, you know, being able to defend yourself or defend your position or defend your needs at work because you never had a contract, because you never made a judgment call, it didn't come through. But now it is, because justice is in the upright position. But you do need to make a judgment call. And because there never was one, justice came in at the end and said, okay, let's just clean this up. Do you need a contract? Fine, I'll give you a contract. Something along those lines, Scorpio. The Lovers. Why is the Lovers here, please? Clarify the Lovers. Please flip out or I take the top card. Team Scorpio. Yep. Whatever's going on with your lover at home, you had in the past a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nights wondering what was going to happen with him or what or the decision that you needed to do to make in regards to this person. You're still a little bit anxiety-ridden, but you're kind of putting it behind you, Scorpios. Why is the Knight of Wands? But the only thing is it's coming out in different forms. It's coming out in the forms of you snapping at your partner because of past discretions. Yup. Death in reverse. When these cards keep repeating each other. Okay. Exactly as I was saying before, for those of you in a love relationship where this female fire sign was the cause, root, or male, whatever it is for you guys, was the cause, root of your past indiscretions with your partner or your lover or even at work, death in reverse telling me you're not letting it die off. You're not letting it go away, this issue. You keep revisiting it and you keep bringing it up to your partner and it's causing strain, whether it's at work or it's at, you know, in the home front. I know when Scorpios get scorned, it's very hard for them to let go because they want the other partner to feel the maximum pain that they felt. But you can't go about that, Scorpio. If you want things to get resolved or cleaned up, you do need to make that judgment call and let it go and let it just die, which is why you have over here, you know, death and defense. Why is the King of Wands here? Please clarify the King of Wands. King of Wands, please clarify the King of Wands. Please put that. Ah, there we go. This King of Wands was meant to come into your life. He was fated. And he could also be a Sagittarius because Temperance is the card of a Sagittarius, and this is a fire sign male. So this fire sign male that has come into your life was fated, Scorpios. He's there for a reason, and only you know and can discern why he's there. He's there definitely to restore balance into your life. So maybe he is a mentor of sorts. Maybe he's trying to help you with work also, with your career, or even like be a good friend regarding your personal life, your love life. And now maybe this is why you're having to decide between a lover. You know, the lovers could be yourself and your lover. Those are the two lovers. But it could also be these two men because they are falling right next to each other. Why is the King of Swords here? Please feel better. I take the top card, Team Scorpio. Okay, so a couple things, because we are dealing with different energies, Scorpios, and we are dealing with, you know, this air sign male could be different to everybody. This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, he is independently financially well, and sometimes he plays the single role quite well, especially if he's like an Aquarius. He's very grounded. This is an earth sign male, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the energy that this person represents. So this person has a lot of money and is financially secure and independent all on his own. This air sign. He's very cerebral, he's very smart, he's very intelligent, he uses logic and reasoning. He's also incredibly grounded, and he's financially independent. So these just tell me what's going on with him. And maybe this whole singledom thing, this role of him like being single and independent is just getting old for you. It's just getting annoying. And this is kind of why at the bottom, right below it, this is like you trying to, you know, take a time out with just your partner, which is you too. Why is the Chariot here? Please clarify the Chariot. Please flip out. Take the top card. Thank you. Yeah, you're trying to be even keel emotionally. You're trying to rein in your emotions because you have the King of Cups. And this for me is an energy because it's clarifying the Chariot, which also, by the way, is a Cancer. So maybe, like I said before earlier, at work, you're dealing with a Cancer that's very loving and nurturing, and he's trying to support you and help you and mentor you also, as I said earlier, especially in the work front. And this is somebody you feel comfortable going to because that person is even-keeled emotionally, and they have their emotions in check. This could be you also taking on this energy of you being even-keeled, trying to rein in your emotions and control them, just like this guy is trying to rein in these horses to lead him forward. He's like, whoa, horsey, you know, and then this is your feelings and emotions that you're trying to control at the end of the month. Or you're dealing with a Cancer that's helping you do this, or mentoring you and helping you rein in all of these things that are going on for you, Scorpio. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Please clarify Seven of Pentacles for my Scorpio. Yeah, you definitely hustled for wherever you are today, Scorpio. Like, you busted your ass. You really did. Whether it was for your relationship or your work. Because you have the Nine of Rods, coupling the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, you did. You invested your time and your energy, and it's now time to reap the rewards. You are exhausted. You're tired. You're just ready to give up. But don't. Because the Nine of Rods says don't give up. Because you did invest a lot of time and energy in both of the aspects of your life, work and love. And it's not time to let go, not just yet. Why is the Hermit here? Please clarify the Hermit card. Thank you. Yeah, you're trying to hunker down, that time out I was saying earlier, and use inner wisdom. It's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. You're trying to find stability in your life. You want everything to be stable. You want family flow, love relationship flow, and work flow. You want it to all be even keel. So you're looking for grounded stability. And so that's why you're going in internally and either looking for that internal wisdom, or, you know, you are stealing away, trying to take time out with you and your partner because you're looking to stabilize your relationships in your life, almost every aspect in your life. It's interesting. I think that you have a dynamic going on here, Scorpios, that is talking about both aspects. of your life. And I think that it's just, we have Mercury in retrograde right now, so it's making you a little bit loopy. Your intuition is off the scales right now. I mean, it's crazy deep. But you are all a little bit emotional as well. And with Mars in Venus, which will end at the beginning of March. So after, I want to say March 10th, things will start lightening up. Things are going to start changing for you, Scorpios, and things will start, evening out. So 2 cards from Angels of Abundance. Release jealousy. Hi, how are things when I tell you, release jealousy. Jealousy is affirmation that you don't have something in the universe that manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire you rather than frustrate you. If you can have it, if they can have it, so can you. You need to release jealousy. So this female that I was telling you before, that was this energy, because the Knight of Wands in reverse is another card of jealousy to me as well. So what I was telling you earlier when I saw the Ten of Swords for you Scorpios, and this card here, this 9 of Swords in reverse over your lover, you're not releasing some past anxiety, you're not releasing some past betrayal or deceit, and you're allowing this jealousy to come forward in your life, and it's making you stuck with work, stuck in your relationship, stuck in everything that you're doing. That is an energy jealousy that creates a negative roadblock in your life. And then if you start vibrating off that energy, it just intensifies into the wrong direction. You don't want to go into the wrong direction. This is the wrong direction. You want to go into the right direction. You want to lead by light. That's exactly what you need to do. Partnership. Here's the other card that fell out. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skill and maneuvers. It's exactly as I thought. You have a 2-part situation going on for you, Scorpios. So whoever this person is, this water sign Cancer individual or this fire sign Sagittarius Aries individual, they're divinely guided to you, to help you, to guide you. Listen and adhere to their advice. They're looking for your betterment. They're not looking to destroy you. Absolutely not, Scorpio. So this is your March reading. Go listen to your rising and or moon sign, as they may complement, clarify this reading, or resonate just a little bit better with you, because, our natal chart makeup isn't just one sign. And until then, Scorpios, come back for mid-month so we can see how this all changes or pans out. Bye, Scorpio.